I'm very happy to speak about Armenia here in front of such an audience. But first of all, tell me, who knows where Armenia is located? Raise your hands. Aha. Thank you. Now we will see on the map where Armenia is located. As you see, it is a very small country, and it is located between the Black and Caspian Sea. But historical Armenia was this much territory, the orange one. And now this is only small country between Turkey, Iran, Georgia, and Azerbaijan. Armenia is a very ancient country. And George Byron, Lord George Gordon Byron, British poet, when he visited Armenia in 18th century, he said, there is no other country on the whole planet which could be so full of wonders as the country of Armenia. He also studied Armenian language, and he said, Armenian is the language to speak with God. And Armenian language, as well as Sanskrit, belong to the same in the European family of languages. On the territory of Armenia, historical territory, which is now on the present Turkey, this Portasar or Göbekli Tepe was found, which is 12,000 years old. And the scholars of the world say this is such a unique historical monument, which is also ritual monument. It's very interesting. And this is Armenian Empire, which was very great in the 1st century BC between Mediterranean, Black, and Caspian Sea. Our holy Mount Ararat, this is biblical Mount Ararat in the Bible. It is mentioned that Noah's Ark came on the top of the mountain during the flood. So Armenia is, this is our forefather, Haik, and he was the founder of our calendar. He was an astrologer, and Haik is associated with the constellation Orion. And he was from the giants generation, because in Armenia there were found tombs of giant people 5 meters high. And 5th century historian, he says, our Armenian historian, that the first gods were fearsome and majestic and were behind the greatest blessings in the world. The beginning of the earth and its settling by people. From those people, a generation of absurdly huge giants has separated. One of them was Haik, a famous and brave leader and an accurate bowman. So from Haik's name came our name and the name of our country. So we call us Hai, and our country is called Hayastan. But our neighbors who knew that we are Aryans, they were calling us Armenians, and our country Armenia, which means Aryan man's land. So, we also, as other cultures in the world, we worship sun and moon. And there is a oath, very strong oath in Armenia, and we use it till now, that I am telling this in front of my son, or I'm telling this in front of my father's son or mother's son. And this is very strong oath that you can't break it. Worship for fire and water also happens in Armenia. And fire is considered sister, and water is considered brother. By the way, so in Armenia, people were also worshipping some mythical animals. One of them is dragon. In Armenian folk tales, we have a lot of dragons. And by the way, in our manuscripts of 13th, 14th century, our historians are telling that dragons existed on the territory of Armenia. There were flying dragons. And the same we found in European manuscripts, that those days there were dragons. And we have also this figure, mythical figure. It is called Arales. These are dog spirits. They are considered that when the person is wounded in the battle, these Arales dogs come, they lick the wound, and the person is revived. These are silver platanus tree. This is also worshipped in Armenia, and in our ancient manuscripts again it is told that ancient priests were doing predictions on this tree. Sorry. So the priests were sitting under the tree and listening to the waves of the leaves. They could understand, they could listen what the higher forces, what the gods were telling to them. And the same about with fire. The priests looking on the fire flame, they could understand what the gods are telling to them. Now this is our gods pantheon, Armenian gods pantheon. And on the territory of Turkey, which is historical Armenia, we have Nemrut mountain where we can see our main Armenian gods, but this is 3D photo. However, now it is in this shape. This is the real picture, because the Turks want to eliminate everything on their territory which is connected to Armenians, saying that that is their culture, their territory. So our main god Ara, god creator Ar, and he is the father goddess. Mother goddess is Anahit. She is very loved mother goddess, and she is a protector of family and a healer from illnesses. And in Armenia, there was the big golden statue of Anahit, 5 meters high, and it was worshipped. And I will tell you one thing, when in the 1st century BC, Roman Emperor Mark Antony invaded Armenia, his soldiers attacked this statue to steal it. And the history is saying, it is a historical fact, that the first soldiers who approached Anahit, they were blinded because it shined. This is golden, right? It shined, and they were blinded and they died. So when Christianity came to Armenia, it was in 301 AD. So all the Armenian temples were destroyed, pre-Christian Armenian temples, all the statues of gods, all our ancient books, everything was destroyed. So the only one statue of Anahit, it was founded in the end of 19th century, and only her head and her hand. And it is now in British Museum. Another one, Vahagan, god of fire, war and courage, conqueror of dragons. It is god of fire, as you see from the name Vahagan, it is like Indian Agni. And there is a hymn about his birth. In travail were heaven and earth, in travail too the purple sea. The travail held in the sea the small red reed. Through the hollow of the skull came forth smoke. Through the hollow of the skull came forth flame. And out of the flame a youth ran. And this is the statue of Vahagan in Yerevan, capital of Armenia. And Milky Way galaxy also is connected with the name of Vahagan. So the legend says when the people were suffering from cold, he went to the hell to take the straw from there, and he dropped the straws on the way. That is how the Milky Way galaxy was found, and Straw Thieves Road, it is called in Armenian language. This is goddess of love and beauty, Astrik, and she is the beloved of Vahagan. And the temple of Astrik is called Vahagan's room. And there is a very nice festival dedicated to Astrik, goddess of love, which is still celebrated. So that day, people are throwing to each other rose water. And thus, in ancient times, the statue of Astrik was covered with roses. So now this festival is full of roses and water. It is in July. Mihar, sun god of Armenians, and the temple of God Mihar, sun god, is in Garni. It is a 1st century temple, and in yesterday's video you saw that all our pre-Christian rituals are done in this temple. There is a place called Door of Maher, or God's Gate. There is a legend saying that God Mihar, he was very, since he is the god of justice as well, he was tired of injustice in the world. So he locked himself, and because of that all sins injustice, he was becoming very heavy, and his feet were going all the time under the ground. So he locked himself here in this rock, and he says, I will come out of this rock when justice will be there in the world, when the wheat will become the size of walnut, so like this. And on this door, it's very interesting that the names of our 79 gods and goddesses are carved. And among them, we see the 3 main gods' names, that is Haldi, Tesheba, and Shivini. And as you see, the similarity with God Shiva and Shivini. Tyr, god of science, education, dreams interpretation. The other one is Pandaramet, god of the kingdom of the dead. I will not elaborate because there is no time. Just I want to show some symbols. The swastik sign all over the world. So many countries have this swastik sign. It is in Armenia, in India, and Armenia also. And hexagram, which is in India and also in Armenia. And the same Om. And this is letter A in Armenian language, which is also the symbol of universe, cosmic energy, like Om. So, thank you very much.